In this video, we'll explore the engagement tracker, which is available for you as an instructor within CourseMate. To access the engagement tracker, you'll access CourseMate within your Blackboard course. The engagement tracker tab is located at the top of the screen. Engagement tracker is a tool that allows you visibility into how your students are using the CourseMate site. It will provide you with information such as their scores on the self-quizzing, as well as the amount of time that they're spending working through the CourseMate resources. There are 3 tabs included within the engagement tracker: Overview, Students, and Resources. You also have the course drop-down menu that will allow you to toggle between courses if you are teaching multiple courses that are using CourseMate. Let's start with the Overview tab. This Overview tab will plot time online versus performance in active chapters. Active chapters are chapters where at least 80% of your students have access to a resource. Note that your students do have access to all resources at any time. Active chapters just shows you where students have been completing work. You can look at all active chapters at once, or you can use the drop-down menu to limit to a specific chapter. The graph plots the amount of time that students have spent working online in those chapters versus how they're scoring on the gradable assets like the self-quizzes. Each plot point is a student. If you place your cursor over top of that plot point, it will provide you with the specific student information. On the right-hand side, you'll see information on the grade distribution showing you the average score, as well as your high and low performers, and that same information in terms of time spent online working through the CourseMate resources. The next tab you have is called Students. This allows you to see similar information at a specific student level. Again, you can filter by chapter. Here you can see each of your students, the amount of time spent online in those chapters, their average on the graded items, as well as other resources that the student has accessed within the chapters. If you click on a student's name, it will reveal more specific information. This first allows you to see how the student compares to the class average, as well as how the student is performing on each of the resources. For graded items, you can see the student's score on the item, and for all, you can see the amount of time spent working through that resource versus the class average. This data is exportable if you do want to export to an Excel file. The last tab you have is called Resources. This allows you to see at a course level the most accessed and least accessed resources within CourseMate. If you click on a specific resource, it will be filtered down to show you each of your students who has access to that resource. You'll be able to see the student's score as well as the time. I can then click on a student's name to go down into that specific student's details.